Just like I said last time, if you have not watched the lecture video, you need to watch that first. So if you have not, stop this one and go back and watch the lecture video first. It's very short. All right, 7-2 work together. So all Pro Painters has completed its worksheet and income statement. It's now ready to prepare the balance sheet. The first step in preparing a balance sheet is the heading. We need to fill in the blanks for each row of the balance sheet heading for all Pro Painters for April 30th of the current year. We're going to enter the current year as 20 -. So we're going to answer 3 questions: who, what, and when. All Pro Painters is our who. Our what, we are creating a balance sheet. Remember, our when is just the specific date. So April 30th, 20 -. I'm going to go ahead and say grade step 1. Next step. We're going to pick out what accounts are going to go on to our balance sheet. So it says the list of accounts shown here is taken from all Pro Painters worksheet. For each account that appears on the balance sheet, you're going to indicate the section in which it should appear. For any account that does not appear on the balance sheet, just select neither. So they're giving us a hint here. Assets, liabilities, owner's equity. Any of those accounts are going to appear on the balance sheet. Other ones are going to appear on the income statement or neither. Okay, so we're going to just select that. So let's find our assets first. We're going to have cash, petty cash, accounts receivable, supplies, and prepaid insurance. Accounts payable, now we're going to jump over to our liability. And there's another liability. Our capital, that is going to be our owner's equity. Now, when we look at drawing is under owner's equity. However, we do not put that on the balance sheet. So this one is going to be a neither. Income summary is neither. Sales is a revenue, so neither. And then we get into all of our expenses. So the rest of those are all neither as well. Remember, for this drawing one, we factor it in to figure out what the capital is, but we don't actually put the drawing on the balance sheet. So this I will be able to tell who was paying attention and who wasn't. Next step. All right, so now it says use the worksheet of all Pro Painters to complete the balance sheet for April 30th of the current year. So I'm going to look up here. I'm going to find my balance sheet columns. I'm going to unpin this so I can move it around easier. All right, so cash, $4,750. Petty cash, $75. Accounts receivable, Mackerman, $825. Accounts receivable, Woo, $715. Supplies are at $320. Nope, supplies are not at $320. They're at $110. And then prepaid insurance is at $320. Okay, so that's my asset side. Now I'm going to look at my liabilities. I have accounts payable, Belmont Supplies. They are at $275. I have my accounts payable is at Lurgit Paints for $490. And then I need to put in my capital. My capital amount is $3,500. However, remember, that is not the amount that I'm actually going to put in. So you need your calculator. I'm going to take my capital, $3,500, and I'm going to add to that capital my net income. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, and I see that my net income is $3,730. So that means, remember, I made money. So here is my capital, but I made $3,730. So I'm adding those two numbers together. However, I also need to look at this drawing. As the owner, I took out $1,200 throughout the year. So I'm going to subtract $1,200. That gives me a balance on my capital of $6,030. So I took capital, I added my net income, and then I subtracted my drawing. to get my current capital. I'm going to go ahead and say grade step 3. And next step. Okay, now I need to make sure that my balance sheet is complete. So here I need to total up my liabilities. So 275 plus 490. I have total liabilities of 765. And then I need to add up my left and my right side. So my assets, I get $6,795. Okay, then I'm going to add my total liabilities plus my capital here. And I get 6,795. Now, this would be a huge hint to us. If I accidentally put the first, or I put the capital that we just found on the worksheet, I would see that my assets did not equal liabilities and owner's equity. So that would be a red flag for us. I would know that I needed to fix something. That's why we're always double checking. I'm going to grade final step and save and continue. All right, you can go ahead and do 7-2 on your own. If you are to finish 7-2 on your own before the end of the class period, I want you to do 7-1 application. Then you finish that, you move on to 7-2 application and so forth. You should be working on accounting the whole class period. There should be no other work during this class period. Okay, see you guys tomorrow.